Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 1 of the Pokemon Truck Series. Today we're here at Old Spice Speedway for the running of the My Little Pony the Movie 200. It is the first round of the Pokemon Truck Series playoffs. 8 drivers will kick off the playoffs with a chance to advance over to the next round. Only 6 drivers will advance from round 1 and 2 drivers will be eliminated after round 1. So the playoffs begin on a road course here for the Truck Series, and it'll be Old Spice Speedway, the site of the beginning of the playoffs. You might know this track from the EA Sports video games, and we're going to be going to Old Spice again for the X Series, and Sawmill Speedway will be hosting the Cup Series race, I should say. The Cup race for round 2 of the playoffs will begin in Sawmill. But first, it's a showdown here at Old Spice Speedway. There's a layout of the track in a 1.5 mile road course, and it'll kick off the playoffs for both the X Series and Truck Series. On the pole today is Joshua Andrews in the 99, and you'll notice all 8 drivers in the playoffs have the top 8 starting positions in the race, and that's going to be applied in every playoff race. The remaining playoff drivers will get the first spots in each race. That way every playoff driver gets a chance to lock his or her spot into the next round, and since it's the playoffs and only the best of the best face off for the championship, this does raise the stakes in terms of the championship for all 3 series. So it's going to make things a lot more exciting. It'll make the playoffs a lot more different than the other races and more competitive, more importantly. So Joshua Andrews is on the pole with Tim Randolph on the front row. Row 2 is Gustavo Rocha and Stephanie Erickson. Row 3 is Chris Semdev and Sean Kennedy. And finally, Row 4 is Cassie Smart and James Saunders. And we're about to get rolling with a 12-lap race here at Old Spice to kick off the Pokemon Truck Series playoffs. Here we go. It's going to be a showdown here at Old Spice. It's going to be a fun race as well, so we can't wait to see how these trucks will handle the corners of Old Spice Speedway. It's going to be a fun day here today, here at the Old Spice Road Course. We'll see how these trucks can handle the road course configuration. And here we go. Andrews leading the field to the green flag, and we're about to get it underway here in the My Little Pony the Movie 200. Look at Tim Randolph. He got the better jump. Look at the 23 of Stephanie Eriks. And she gets by Andrews. Tim Randolph, what a start. What a jump. Andrews trying to fight back, and he will try to hold off the 23. 23's got the better line. The 23 gets the second position away. Arocha to 4th place, trying to knock out Andrews in 3rd. And here comes James Saunders. James Saunders. He moves up to the 6th spot. Ooh, Cassie Smart trying to nudge off Saunders. And no, Sean Kennedy, I should say. Smart had a little contact at one point with Sean Kennedy. Now trying to fight back for a position. Down to the S's. Better line on the high line of the S's, but we'll see if Cassie will fight back. It looks like Sean Kennedy fought back and got that position away. Now McDowell's going to go down low, going up, not down low, up high for position. So far, these drivers are clean. No wrecks so far. Last time we've been to Old Spice, there was a ton of wrecks. When the Pokemon Cup Series held races at Old Spice, there were wrecking everywhere. And there was not much lead changes, but there's some improvement in terms of the racing, although it's mostly in the back of the pack. So But still, the trucks are trying out the Old Spice race for the first time. They're trying out the track, so they're getting used to this configuration. And in the future, there'll probably be more exciting races at this Old Spice Speedway. The 7 just got by the 29, and now the 8 car of Cullen Francis trying to get by Ryan Raver. Raver looks like has a little bit of the advantage coming down the corners. France is going to try to fight back on the low line on the apron, and he gets there. For now. Look at Raver, though, trying to fight back up high. Might get it right here. 8 trying to go by. And in the meantime, though, it has been all Tim Randolph today. Look, Randolph got the excellent start. And he has stayed neutral as the race leader. We'll see, though, if Stephanie Eriks will take advantage of a mistake by Randolph and win. Anything happens. Anything can happen. And all playoff the top 8 drivers in this field are playoff drivers. So, laws at stake here today. And a spot in the round of 6 on the line. Could see up to 3 drivers advance to the round of 6. And 3 more drivers will lock their spots into the next round as well. 2 drivers will be eliminated at the first round, and that'll leave 6 drivers to battle for the championship. 7 laps to go. And it looked like McDowell had a run for a second trying to get by Smart, but obviously didn't have enough steam. Oh, whoa, Arocha looked like he's getting close to the 52 of Logan Bradley. And Bradley's a lapped car. Wow, he just came off pit road and he's a lapped car and he's going to affect the playoff field. The leaders were able to get by the leaders were able to get by Bradley, I'm sorry. They were able to get by Bradley. Now the leaders are going to come to pit. So, under green, Randolph, Eriks, the leaders pit. Now is the time for pit stops. Now is the time to decide whether or not to pit just once or pit twice and hope it's enough to win. Joshua Andrews stays out to be your new leader. So we finally have a lead change here today, but it comes off green flag pit stops. Is Andrews going to make it on one stop? It could. There's a possibility of that happening, or maybe a 2-stop race. Might end up being a 1 or 2 stop race, but we did get a pit stop in there in the middle of the race. And now Andrews comes down. Ooh, he barely got in. In fact, these guys barely got in. All of them got barely in. Oh man, that's deadly close. That's dangerously close to the barriers. And yeah, that's not good. So it looks like pit stops will cycle, and the leader's Tim Randolph's going to be retaking that lead. We knew Stephanie Eriks had some damage on her way down. And by the way, pit road's underground, which is really cool, by the way. It's a really cool setup. Here come the rest of the pack. Gonna cycle out for they're gonna cycle out pit road. There we go. Tim Randolph has just kept his lead. So Tim Randolph retakes the lead. The last drivers come out of pit road. Whoa, Andrews just came out real quick and nearly colliding with Macaron and Zazo. Now he's able to fight. Wow, close call. Zazo gonna try to get by Andrews. Now they're gonna go 3 wide Jason Larker. Zazo runs away. And it looks like the 99's gonna stay right in the top 10. Ooh, gonna get close to Jason Larker, but not gonna quite get spun. Wow. close call there near pit road. That was probably the most exciting thing that have come out of this race so far. There you see Chip McDowell and Francis Hawes. Francis Hawes, I'm trying to pronounce his last name right. One viewer pointed out it was Hawes, not Hayes. So Francis Hawes is in the top 10. So non-playoff drivers really making waves here. Dowell and Hawes are 5th and 6th, though they each have 1 win. But only 8 drivers can make the playoffs, and they didn't get enough points to make it. Azaz already has a win as well, and he didn't make it because he didn't get a win. And I think Jason Larker won a race as well in the trucks, and he didn't get enough points to win. To get in the playoffs, I should say. Not win, get in the playoffs. Oh boy, the 23 is closing in on the 51. Will Stephanie Eriks have time to pass the 51? Just 3 laps to go at Old Spice. We had 1 lead change in the middle of green flag pit stops. That's been the only lead change anybody's been able to make here at Old Spice, as Tim Randolph trying to pull away over the 23 Stephanie Eriks. Randolph trying to win. I believe it'll be the 2nd time he's won a race in the series. And also, it would lock him into the next round, to the round of 6. 2 laps left here at Old Spice and we stay green. We've been caution free this entire race. And if a caution comes out now, it's going to really set the field. It's going to really put this into complete chaos. Oh boy, those 2 early pitters got to pit. Question is, are these guys going to make it? They pitted on lap 6, so I don't know if they're going to make it on 1 stop. Only time will tell. They're going to stay out for now, and they're going to try to hold on just 1 pit stop. The white flag is going to be in the air for Tim Randolph with 1 lap to go at Old Spice. Trying to cap off a dominating day with a win in the opening playoff race. Right now he stayed level with Stephanie Eriks. He's just got to be smooth as possible. And he'll hold on to win. So, final corners for Tim Randolph. It'll be his 2nd win of the season. He'll be a lock into round number 2 in the 2nd round of the playoffs of the trucks. He's not going to pit, and he's going to make it to the very end. Tim Randolph caps off a dominating day by coming off the final turn to win the My Little Pony the Movie 200 at Old Spice Speedway. Was a little chippy on the final laps there in the back, but Tim Randolph holds off to win the race. And he opens the playoffs with a victory. Locked himself into the round of 6 with an easy win here at Old Spice Speedway. And Morgan McPherson out because of a header problem. Wow. So, final results from Old Spice coming up. And here are the results from that race. Tim Randolph is your winner, and the top 4 drivers were playoff drivers. There's a Roach and Andrews 7th and 8th. Kennedy was 14th, and Smart was 16th. Only 3 cars were down a lap or retired. McPherson went down with a header. And Tang and Walker were down a lap because they had problems early on. And that is it from Old Spice Speedway. Tim Randolph wins for the 2nd time this season and is locked into the next round. So we will see you guys in the X Series race here at Old Spice. That's coming up very shortly. And let's join Randolph in victory lane at Old Spice, his 2nd win of the season. And we will see you guys next time at Old Spice for the X Series race.